The Second Will of James Chaffin. A true story. James L. Chaffin was an elderly North Carolina farmer who died in 1925. His family members were undoubtedly surprised and depressed when they learned of the terms of his will provisions. The deceased left his entire estate to his third son, Marshall, and completely disinherited his wife and his other 3 children. The will had been written and duly notarized in 1905. 4 years later, however, one of his sons, James P., began to dream that his father, good soul, wanted to talk to him. The farmer appeared beside his bed, wearing his old black coat, and one night, before disappearing, he told him, "You will find my will in a coat pocket." Although bewildered, James P. Chaffin felt compelled to check the ghost's strange claim. It turned out that the coat now belonged to another brother, and so James set out. Arriving at his brother's house, he found it and tore the seams. In the inside lining of the coat was a piece of paper that read, "Read the 27th chapter of Genesis in my father's old Bible." Chaffin realized that he had something important on his hands, and so he went to his mother's house, accompanied by several witnesses to whom he had excitedly told his story. The volume was so worn that when it was picked up, it fell to the floor and broke into 3 pieces. Thomas Blackwelder, one of the witnesses, picked up the part of the volume that contained the book of Genesis, and immediately discovered that certain pages had been folded together with hems so as to form a pocket. When he opened it, the witnesses found a handwritten will dated 1919. Apparently, the late farmer had changed his mind, for in this new document he said, among other things, "I want that, after my body has received a proper burial, my small estate be divided equally among my 4 children, if they are alive at the time of my death, and my personal property and estate be divided equally. And if any of the children are no longer alive, pass in equal proportions to their children. If mother is still alive, you are to take care of her. These are my last will and testament." At that time, Marshall Chaffin had died, and his estate was administered by his widow, and so James P. Chaffin produced the will in court. Several witnesses stated that the 1919 will was really written in James L. Chaffin's handwriting. Marshall's widow did not attempt to challenge the new will in court. The small estate was equitably redistributed.